Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about tackling some of those annoying little health issues, but we're going to do it by swapping out the pill bottle for a soup spoon. Yeah, we're diving into how to fight back against inflammation in honestly the most comforting way you can imagine, with a delicious warm bowl of soup. So let's get right into it.
So let me just ask you something. Have you been feeling kinda off? Maybe a little bloated for no reason, or maybe your joints feel a bit stiff when you first get out of bed? If you're sitting there nodding your head, trust me, you are definitely not alone.
And it turns out there could be this one sneaky little thing behind it all, kind of like a low-key troublemaker that's just working behind the scenes inside your body.
Yep, we are talking about chronic inflammation. It's exactly what it sounds like, a sneaky culprit that can cause all those daily annoyances. We're not talking about a big injury here, but more like a constant, low-level stress signal that's always on in your body.
But here is the really good news. You are not powerless against this. Not at all. You've got a whole arsenal you can use, and it starts right in your own kitchen. So, let's talk strategy.
The whole idea here is to build your diet around ingredients that actively help your body fight back. So we're talking about packing your meals with foods that are dense in nutrients, getting plenty of healthy fats, and this one is super important, loading up on fiber-rich ingredients.
In fact, one of those things on that list is an absolute game changer, especially when it comes to the recipes we're about to look at. It's like the unsung hero of the whole anti-inflammatory world.
And here it is. Look at that number, 6 grams. Every single soup we're about to show you has at least 6 grams of fiber in one serving. And why is that a big deal? Well, fiber is amazing for your gut health, and your gut is like a key battleground for taming inflammation. So the main thing to get here is that these aren't just tasty recipes. They're actually designed to help you feel fantastic.
All right, so first up, let's get into the soups that literally feel like a warm hug in a bowl. You know, the ones you just crave on a chilly day that are all about pure comfort?
We are kicking things off with a soup that has a very, very confident name. Marry Me White Bean Soup. I mean, with a name like that, it's got to be good, right?
And this soup is the perfect example of how you don't have to give up flavor to eat well. It gets its inspiration from that famous Marry Me chicken dish. We're talking sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, a little bit of cream, and Parmesan. What you get is this hearty, totally soul-warming vegetarian soup that, yeah, is an absolute crowd pleaser.
Okay, so if that first soup was all rich and decadent, our next one proves that simple can be just as incredible. If you're craving something that's just purely nourishing, this is the one for you.
This garlicky cabbage soup is just pure comfort in a bowl. It's so beautifully simple. It's packed with that amazing aromatic flavor from the garlic and that tender, slightly sweet cabbage. It's just the perfect, light, nourishing meal to warm you up from the inside out.
Okay, cozy and comforting is amazing. But I know what a lot of you are probably thinking right now. Who actually has the time to cook from scratch on a Tuesday night?
Well, that is where our next category of soups comes in. These are the recipes that are made for those crazy busy days when you need something that's healthy, fast, and of course delicious.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. 20 minutes. That's less time than it takes to watch an episode of most TV shows. And in that same amount of time, you could have a homemade anti-inflammatory meal sitting on your table. So first up in our super fast round is this amazing 20-minute chickpea soup. So the secret weapon in this one is cream cheese. I know, right? It just melts right into the broth and gives the soup this incredible zesty, velvety texture without any extra work. It's a whole meal in one pot, which makes it the definition of weeknight friendly. Super easy to make and even easier to clean up.
And sticking with that 20-minute promise, let's check out another weeknight hero, the 20-minute black bean soup.
This soup is all about getting the most flavor with the least amount of effort. You use canned black beans to save a ton of time, and then you build this really rich, savory flavor in just minutes with stuff you probably already have, like taco seasoning and fire-roasted tomatoes. And just like the other one, a little cream cheese at the end gives it that wonderful, silky finish.
Okay, so we've looked at all these delicious options. After all of that, what's the one big idea you should really take away from all this?
It really just comes down to this simple but really powerful idea. Taking care of your health does not have to feel like a chore. It doesn't mean you have to be on some restrictive, bland diet. As all these recipes show, fighting inflammation can actually be a really cozy, comforting, and truly delicious experience. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. After everything we've talked about, what's one comforting, healthy meal you're going to make for yourself this week? It doesn't have to be some huge change, just one delicious little step. Thanks for hanging out with me, and happy cooking.